Okay, what's around everybody? Happy full moon in Aquarius, and happily actually happened in Aquarius season, right? So let's see what this all about, right? What changes are you gonna have to make in your life in order for you to bring out this newness with this new unique energy? These are going to be pulled for each and every zodiac sign for the full moon. Oh, and we're starting. We're going to start with Aries first. Okay, Aries, this is for you, for Sun, Moon, and Ascendant. This is for the full moon reading. And, oh, I said full moon. Oh, goodness. The new moon reading in Aquarius. So, look at this, Aries. Five of Cups. All right, woe is me. Okay, some things have might not worked out in the past. You know, you might took a look back since all this retrograde, and you're like, oh, okay, yeah, I remember that. Yeah, I remember I was feeling like this. Oh, ooh, I wish I could relive. Oh, why did I do that? So your emotions are flowing. You know, you're in some kind of emotional contemplation and thought, but don't stay there too long, Aries, because if you look behind you, you have two cups there that's waiting for you, you know? So turn around. It's always good to, you know, say goodbye. But like Boyce Men said, it's so hard sometimes to say goodbye to yesterday. But the new moon is saying, say goodbye. Go ahead. Bye-bye. Adios. You know, arrivederci. Just go down, you know, ciao. You know, just go down the list, right? And then turn around and keep on moving, all right? And take those cups with you. Something's good is in there. This is a good energy. It's time for that new start in your life. Have a good new moon in Aquarius, Aries. Okay, what's around all you Tauruses, Sun, Moon, Ascendant? This is your new moon in Aquarius reason. So you got the Nine of Cups. Okay, so you're like, let me see what I'm gonna do next. Oh, you got it like that, huh? You got it like that, Tauruses. All right. I see you. I'm not surprised. So I'm not surprised. I'm just happy, right? All right. So right now, this is just a new beginning. You done accomplished a lot in your life. You know, you can look back and be like, you know, yep, I done did this. I checked this off. I did that. I did this. And even if it's on a small scale or a wide scale, it doesn't matter. You did something that you want to do and you achieved it. You got that thing done. And now you're like, okay, what should I do next? Okay, this is a perfect time for coming up with new ideas because you're satisfied right now. You're very comfortable right now, but you're not so comfortable where you're like, you know, in your bed and you got Netflix on and, you know, you got your, you know, Moose Track snacks or popcorn and all that other kind of stuff. You're more like, okay, I really don't have nothing to worry about. I don't need to do this or need to do that. But, you know, I am gifted in a lot of things. I am talented, you know. I am passionate about a lot of things. So, you know, I'm going to maybe plan my next mission or plan what I want to do next or see how I could add more cups, you know, to my my stand behind me. But whatever it is, you know, Taurus, you know, go ahead and do it, you know. This is the new time, new moon, time to do new things, creative things, things that might not be the norm, you know, and it's okay because it's that time of season where you could get away with that type of stuff, that quirky season, that unique season I can't figure out, but it's something about that, you know, season, right? So go ahead, and if you don't feel this way, you don't see your Nine of Cups, you know, behind you or nowhere around you, is trying to tell you to go ahead and put forward that effort and that energy of your goals and your plans to start achieving those cups that you want. Have a good day and night, Tauruses. What's around Gemini, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This reading is for you for the new moon in Aquarius. Okay, you see what you got, right, Gemini? I know all this air going on, all these cards flew out. Well, boy, you want some newness energy and some contemplating energy, but you can handle it, okay? You got the Emperor card, so you just like, shoot, this is good, okay? It's all good, right? So you are in that zone right now, and you know it's a zone that It might be a little bit uncomfortable, but right now, you're happy with it. So it's kind of like being happy, being uncomfortable, or being comfortable with being uncomfortable type of situation, because you know you have to put things in action. You know, you have to set things in place. You know, you got to put things in structure. You got to be wise about it. You got to be stable and firm about it. Ain't no time for no indecisiveness. I don't know type of things. I mean, it's okay not to know. You know, it's okay to say, okay, let me think about it. You know, let me pause on this moment for a second so that you can make the wise decision, you know, that you can make the emperor, the empress, you know, male, female, doesn't matter, decision, you know, where you can stand on it. It's structured. It makes sense. It's very practical, you know, and you got decisions, but be careful with your decisions. Once again, just opportunities is there for you. They're left, right, up, down, wherever you look, there is an opportunity. Some opportunities are going to be in your favor, and some down the road are not going to be in your favor. And it's your turn to, or not your turn, but your time to sit on your throne and sit and contemplate these things. Make the wise decision, make the practical decision. And after that, the world is yours. You see what's behind you, you know? So it's just like the wheel is turning. And it's the Wheel of Fortune card, as you can see here, and which can lead to, you know, the Wheel of Fortune, but it depends on your decision. You know, it depends on what decisions you make, what choices you make out of these cups, out of these opportunities that are coming to you. And you're not letting your emotions weigh you with a lot of thought processes. Yeah, but this is what you do anyway, so it should be fine. You should be real comfortable about this. And you're adding just, you know, you can add a little bit of emotion, but there's really no emotions in these decisions at this point. It's just straight like thinking, wisdom, what you've known from the past, you know, because you know you gain wisdom for your experiences, you gain wisdom with other people's experiences, so you basically know what to do. But you're just going to have to take that time and make that higher decision. How you make that best decision for you is to stand on your throne, sit on your throne, and make decisions that's going to help you stay stable within yourself, help you get to the next step, help you make that whatever you're trying to do so strong that it's impenetrable. Have a wonderful day and night, Gemini, Sun, Moons, and Ascendants. All right, this message is for Sun, Moon, and Ascendants Cancer. This is your new moon reading for the Aquarius new moon. All right, Cancers, where you going? Where y'all going? Let me know, okay? You looking up on yonder there. You know, you might as well put like, you know, your hand to your forehead and look to the left, look to the right, but you're leaving behind, you know, some things that are stable. You know, maybe you was in a stable position, a mundane but stable position. Everything was working well for you, working really good, and you have really no complaints. But you are calling to go somewhere or to do something else. You know, there's something in your heart. There's something that you're more passionate about, even though everything is comfortable right behind you. You know, all you gotta do is turn around and go back home, you know. But you're like bold, you know, you're being courageous, you know. You are looking like you want to conquer the world at this point, you know. So there might be some traveling, some overseas traveling, some traveling, you know, between states, or just any kind of traveling, long-term, distant, doesn't matter. But you're going for what you want to go for, and you're letting your passions drive you. And it's an uncomfortable situation, but you know, hopefully you have weighed your odds. If you haven't, then please do so. You know, where you're looking like, okay, I'm looking ahead. I have foresight. You know, I have experience, or I've studied about this, or whatever you have done to get to this point. You're like, okay, I'm ready. You know, and that's kind of like a first performance, like a child who says, you know, I want to do this, I want to do this, I want to do this. They're begging their parents to put them in this class or put them that and put them in this, and we're like, oh my gosh, again or this, and you quit this one last time, and you didn't do this one last time, and 100 here and 200 there and 500 there. But this is a time where you're like, no, this is what I really want to do. And they're nervous at their first, you know, chance on stage, or their first competition, or whatever it might be, and they're just like, I don't want to go, oh my gosh, I'm so scared. And you're like, you wanted to do this, you begged me, you cried to do it, do it. Then you get out there and you're like panicking or whatever, and everything turns out fine, right? Okay, so you already knew that everything's gonna turn out fine, but you know, it's just that scary feeling when you start to do something different. And this is Aquarius season. It's all about being unique, being original, being yourself, even if it has to rebel. Rebellious is not always a bad word. There's a good and a bad to pretty much every word out there. Just depends on how you use it, right? So yeah, so you're just on that journey right now, and everything is going to be okay. And if you're not, you're a little bit frustrated because you would like to be. You know, things are at a standstill right now. Things are at a halt. It's not moving the way you thought it was going to move. And this is a good time to kind of step back and refresh and restart it again. You can always turn around and go back home for a day or two, you know, where you were comfortable and safe, and you can really think and focus and not be so nervous. But then don't stay there too long. It's time to get back on that path. Have a good day and night, Cancers. Okay, this is for you, Leo, Sun, Moon, Ascendants, for the new moon in Aquarius. Oh, you got the Ace of Swords, so it's about you and all that thinking you're doing, huh? What you thinking about over there, huh? But it's higher thoughts, you know, it's thoughts that, you know, you might not be able to talk to everybody about it because they might not, you know, understand, but there is only a small amount of people that you be able to express your ideas and your thought processes with, and maybe you go back and forth with other people. Since it's Aquarius season, it's about, you know, getting together with others and organizations and partnerships and whatnot. But this is all about you and what you're putting together into your mind. And it's a wonderful, wonderful idea, wonderful thought process that needs to be put into action. So we're in this new moon time, so what better way to start something new? You know, whatever you're thinking about, this is a good chance, not a good chance, a good time to go ahead and do that, you know, even if it feels a little bit uncomfortable, but you know, okay, because you thought about this already, okay? You know it's going to be right. You know it's going to work out perfectly fine. Go ahead and do it, Leos. Go ahead and do it, you know, and you got the flames there with the air, so you direct it wherever you want to go. You're very clear on this. You know, it's a little cloudy right now. I'm not cloudy, but it's a little gray. But, you know, you might be like, well, should I, shouldn't I? Yes, you should. That's the answer. Yes, you should. Have a good day and night, Leos. Hi, Virgos, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. This is your reading for the new moon and Aquarius for the Three of Pentacles. Once again, I am not surprised. Okay, Virgo, you are getting it in, and you are in the element of working with others, and you're not just working with anybody. You're working with people that's on your level or higher, you know, somebody that you can learn from, somebody can learn from you, but at the same time, you all are holding your own. You're holding your own statuses, and you are considered a professional in that field, or you're considered a master in that field, or you're considered someone to go to about that. And you're in this network now, and if you're not, you're going to be meeting people during this Aquarius time, which is, like I said, perfect energy with this new moon, new people, you know, that's going to collaborate with you and construct something that's just so beautiful, so sound, so structured, so put together, so well thought up, so wise, that you're all going to be surprised about it. So whoever you're hooking up with at this point, you know, you have made good decisions on that as far as any groups that you're joining up with, or even if it's like a Facebook group, but everybody in that Facebook group was on one accord. You know, you're all on the same page. You all want to see this one thing come to fruition, you know, and there's no animosity, there's no bickering, there's no like I'm better than you or I'm smarter than you, you know, none of that petty back in the day type stuff. No, this is all about unity here to get something done, to make something practical where it can be used. You know, so have a wonderful day and night, Virgos, and keep up the wonderful work. Okay, Libras, I know you about to be happy. Hi, Libra, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. This is your new moon reading in Aquarius. So you got the Three of Cups. Look at you. So you're spinning round and round with close ones, just close ones who know about that life, close ones who've been there, done that, not the backstabbers, not the frenemies, but people who you know, okay? So that's why it's not a whole big party. It's just you and 2 others. And that's all right, okay? You're a Libra. That's all you need. That's all you need. And maybe one other person, right, that's coming a little bit later, but y'all starting the party right now. So you're just in a celebrative mode, and that's wonderful because it is all air, and you are celebrating all the hard work you have done, all the dedication, all the balancing you have done in your life, and you're just having a good time, and that's great, you know. And if this is new, enjoy it, you know. If you're not used to, because you've been working so hard, you know, let your hair down, Libra. Let your hair down and enjoy this moment. And if you're not feeling like this celebratory stage, then this is a good time, since it's new, to start going in the direction of, you know, your dreams and your goals and your ambitions and things that you want to do. It could just be really simple, like, you know what, I want to clean out my garage, you know. Hey, okay, instead of you know, being on social media, I'm gonna clean out the garage, Libra, right? And then you can just like, hey, I celebrate, because I know I've been saying that for a whole year or a whole 2 years or a whole 3 years, whatever, but I finally got it done. You know, that's a celebratory situation. And maybe you had invited 2 other friends to help you, and meanwhile you sold some stuff online instead of doing social media. You said, hey, let me put it out on the market, and it's sold, and boom, y'all like, hey. So I'm just making stuff up, but you get what I'm talking about. So have a good time with this celebration. And those who don't feel in a celebrative mode, is kind of feeling an opposite of that, like they have nothing to celebrate. There's always something to celebrate, even the fact that you're just living right now. That's a celebration. That you're breathing right now, that's a celebration. You know, listen to Nina Simone, you know. I got my eyes, I got my nose, you know, I got my ears, got my legs, you know, stuff like that. And then build from there. And this is new season, so new moon. So for those who you don't feel celebratory, now it's time to get forward in your life, so that way next season, you know, or next month, then you will be celebrating as well. Have a good day and night, Libras. Okay, this reading is for Scorpios, Sun, Moon, Ascendant, for the new moon in Aquarius energy. So, hooray, happy you, happy life, right? So you're celebrating with your family and friends, your loved ones, your close ones. You might be celebrating your anniversary or your baby's shower or birth reveal, or, you know, you might be celebrating a graduation. I know some graduates happened last fall, and I know some is happening coming up soon. So, I mean, and some that just happened, especially for colleges. So congratulations, whatever you're celebrating, congratulations. It might be a grand opening of something. It might be a new position. It might be a new home. You know, you might purchase something, you know, new, and everybody knows that you've been working on it. Or you might have lost, you know, 10 pounds, and you celebrating yourself with, you know, adding sparkling water instead of flat water. I don't know. You know, sometimes when you diet, and that's a treat, when you change up the water, you're like, yes. So, you know, it could be simple as that. You could have got a new car or whatever it is in your life. It's you worked hard for it. You know, you set up on that path. It was uncomfortable at times, but you kept going, you kept moving. And now you are like, you know, all in. You're like, hey, I did this, you know. And if you have done that and you're not celebrating, you know, throw a little something, you know, throw a little shindig or something. It don't have to be a lot of money. It could just be pizza and wings or something, or, you know, something simple. Cheese and crackers and some good music, you know, and some cheap wine. I don't know. Or you can go all out. But it's with people that know what you have been through. People have seen your struggle. These are not really outsiders who celebrated with you or look-oners. These are people who's been there for you. It's 2022. It's really about that life now from here on out anyway, to be honest with you. But You know, but everybody's going through like a transition. Speaking of transition, Scorpios, some other Scorpios be like, this reading is not for me. Well, it may be, because if you're not feeling this energy, that means there's some transitions going on in your life that are very uncomfortable right now. You know, you're probably not getting along with your best friend, arguing with your mama, your daddy, your sister, you know, getting into situations, sticky situations that might not be your issues or your problems, or somehow you all deep inside of it, and you a Scorpio. So, oh my goodness, I can only imagine. Okay, so now is the time during this transition to look at it as, okay, what do I need to do next in order to be in this Four of Wands celebratory appreciation? It might take you a year to get out of it, but at least start now, you know what I mean? Or if the transition you are starting, it might be having to downsize because of the economy. You might be having to, you done lost your job, so now you don't know what you're going to do. It might be that you just recently found out that you're pregnant and you wasn't expecting it. Well, if you had unprotected sex, then, you know, there's no such thing as you wasn't expecting it. You know, but there's other things that could happen. You know, I don't even want to go there. Y'all use your imagination. But you find out you're pregnant and it's like, oh, hell. You know what I mean? And it's a good thing. And a lot of people think that pregnancy is supposed to be like, yeah. Oh my gosh, you should be happy. But that's not for everybody. You know, everybody got different situations and circumstances. And everybody just has to learn to respect that person's decision. So you might be having to go through decisions like that. What do I do? Where do I go? And that's okay. Okay, everybody has to go through that. You got to go through that in order to get to this point right here, this card right here that we're talking about. So don't run away from it. It's a good time to start thinking about turning over a new leaf. Okay, I'm going to start thinking new and fresh now. It's a new moon. I'm going to start thinking, and new moon energy lasts for a while. So don't think just because you don't see it as a full moon no more that the energy doesn't exist. Because remember, we are a distance from the moon. So it takes time to travel, just like it takes time to travel from the east to the west and the west to the east and the north to the south. You know what I mean? It takes some time. So we get in those energies as it happened way when, okay? So definitely use this time to think about newness, any kind of old thinking. I'm spending a lot of time on this reading. Anytime it's old kind of thinking, kind of get rid of that thinking, start a fresh new look. You know, something that's brighter, something that's making sense, something that's giving you passion, something that's waking you out of the bed every day like, yes, even if it's for 2 seconds and then want, life hits you. Hold on to them 2 seconds you can stretch time, you know that. Hold on for them 2 seconds for a minute, okay? For an hour, for 2 hours. Write it down, go back to it if you need to. Record it in your brain, record it in your phone, and go back to that feeling, because you might lose it because of all the drama that's going on. But just catch it when you can catch it, and then use that and grow that, expand that, okay? Have a good day and night, Scorpios. What's around, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants? This is your reading for the new moon in Aquarius. Page of Swords, okay? So you on your way, aren't you? All right, where you going? Okay, what you thinking about? Got a lot of thoughts going on there, but they're good, you know? They're very thoughts that make sense. You know, sometimes people can be saying stuff and you listening to their plans and you're like, that don't make no kind of sense. But you got sense to this, okay? And you're seeing that pathway and you're working on it. You're going on that. You're making movements towards that path. You're in the beginning stages, you know, but hey, you know, and I think you had got this last time. So you're still in that energy, which is all good, because this is Aquarius season. The new moon happened in Aquarius. So new ideas, you know, new thought processes, new people, places, and things. In order for you to expand your ideas, you might be like, okay, I'm going on this journey on my own for a minute, or I need to be alone for a minute so that I can make sure that whatever I built so far is not going to fall down, and it has longevity and it can last forever, and this and that and the other. Now you're taking a look at the past. We just got through retrogrades and Venus and Mercury. Sometimes energy kind of lingers around, come shadow periods. So you kind of looking back, and that's okay, you know, to kind of take a quick look, but you're still going forward. So I'm not worried about that, you know. Taking a quick look, I'm like, okay, maybe looking at, okay, what should I do different? Okay, I did this before, and that ain't work out last week. So, or I did it this way, or I approached it this way, and that ain't work out. Or, you know what, I was like this on myself last week because I did this wrong, but this time you know, so that's what it is. So it's like positive look back. It's not like, oh, you know, going back in the past and just stuck there. No, you moving still. You moving with the air, which is great. You know, that fire, that air together, you just, boom, you're working with the elements. So that's a beautiful thing, Saggy. So keep on working. I can't wait to see what happens for the full moon reading with you guys. But you're still in that stage, and I'm proud of you, and you're honing it in. So based on the fact that you're honing it in this long, it's gonna work. It's inevitable. You're putting the time into it. Like, you literally putting this, been like, what, 30 days ago, you putting the time into it. So, you know, keep doing that, and as we continue to go on, you're gonna see these cards get like, whoa, okay, like, okay, yes. Now for those Saggies that don't feel like that, I know y'all feeling it. I know you feeling it at this point. So get up and do something about it, okay? You're not far behind. All the Saggies that I'm talking about, yes, they have been putting in that work. Yes, they are starting to see it. Yes, they are building structure, but you're not so far behind, you know? So just get up and do it. And you got air on your side too. You good. You really good. So stop doubting yourself. Stop listening to other people. Listen to your own self, okay? Start to control your own mind here and get on that path, all right? I'll see you later. What's around Capricorn, Sun, Moon, and Ascendant? This is your reading for the new moon energy in Aquarius. So your status is justice, I see. Yeah, you got it like that. You know, Aquarius, when Aquarius is high and rising and floating around, Cappies, you got some good energy with that. You know, y'all both be all, you know, into your Saturn like ways and stuff. So I mean, you right on point. You're right on point. But at this point, something you got to make decisions, and it has to be balanced decisions. And Cappies, for some Cappies, it's going to be real easy. But for some Capricorns, it's going to be real hard because you're kind of stuck in your ways. You know what I mean? It's like, ain't no time for favoritisms. You cannot be in your emotions at all about this, of course. But there's compassion. You know, let's use that. That is compassion with whatever decisions. You're thinking about the bigger picture, you know. Since it's Aquarius season, use some of this humanitarian energy that's out to think about not just you, but for the all, you know. And when you make these judgments, however big, however small, you know, use compassion to create that balance. Don't go back off of you know, just unfairness, you know what I mean? And all that. Just use the word unfairness and then come up with a whole bunch of terms on that. Everything under that, yeah, you don't want to do that during Aquarius season with this energy, especially, and you're using a lot of air. You're using a lot of air, so, you know, really be, you know, think about your thoughts. Don't just make rash decisions real quick, you know. Actually think about them, think about the bigger picture, like really break it down. How is it going to affect me? How is it going to affect this person? How is it going to affect the community? However big, how it's going to affect the corporation, because you might be in charge of a corporation or a multi-million-dollar deal, or what you know what I'm talking about. But not to say that's more important as somebody who has to make a decision, you know, in their household. It's all the same, you know what I mean? It's all the same weight, you know, if you really want to break it down to it. It's just about making that right decision. Now, for those who cannot, or going through some things right now, you might have justice going against you right now, where people are judging you, and you know, people are saying you did this and you have to prove that you didn't do this. However level it could be. It could be just in a relationship. It could be in a brother-sister relationship. Somebody blaming you for something that you didn't do, whatever. Or it could be in a court system. It could be at work. Somebody writing you up. It could be at school. You know, you getting suspended for something. Whatever it is. Or a parking ticket. You know what I mean? It's a snowstorm. You got a parking ticket. Somebody said you park. Hello, there's big mounds of snow. Okay, where am I supposed to park? But you got a ticket somewhere. So now you got to go ahead and you all bitter. All right, so think about that. Hold up now. Think about yourself. Think about the situation before you react, all right? Because you want to come and react on a higher level, not so cutthroat, I'm gonna punch you in your gut. You know what I mean? Even though it might feel like that, but the way you move it is gonna be smoother with that sword. You know, like swordsman, you be smooth with it. Be smooth with it. You know, not like kill it blood all over the place, and it's just like there's a way where you can smooth it and get the point across, or even receive the information better. You know, receive with some compassion. Somebody may have some things to tell you that you might not like, but hold up and receive the information. Don't be just jumping off, popping off right now, okay? Because mouths can fly during Aquarius season, okay? It can be so just like chill out, receive it. I don't care if you got to get your favorite drink, you got to go out to eat just to keep your mouth closed while the person talk. You know, you keep your mouth busy. Chew some gum to really disrupt. Get like one of them yoga balls, meditation balls, and start, you know, sit in a yoga pose. You know, and as they talking to you, just be in a meditative pose and receive the judgment. Okay, you may not want to respond right then. You may want to just say, okay, I receive it. You know, let me go process this, you know, in my closet, you know, in the dark. And I'll come back and react to what you done said. And when you react, you know, receive it with compassion and give it out with compassion. All right. Have a wonderful day and night. I'll see you around, Capricorns. Okay, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. This reading is for you for the new moon in Aquarius. So it's Aquarius on Aquarius on Aquarius. Wow. And what a card you got for Aquarius on Aquarius on Aquarius. The Six of Swords. Congratulations. Okay. Congratulations. You have made a decision to move forward. Okay. You're going from one phase to another. You have said, I am going to go through this transition, and I'm moving on to a better place. I'm moving on to a better thought process. I'm moving on to a better location. I'm moving on to a better organization. I'm moving on to a better friend group. I'm moving on to whatever you have already decided that you no longer need anymore. You no longer want to deal with this, want to think about this no more, want to feel like this anymore. Change has to happen, and you made the change because you're on that move right now. However, since it is a transition, transitions are not easy. That's why they call it the rite of passage. Okay? You're carrying some past, and it's normal down here. I mean, baggage is normal. That's why Erykah Badu had to put out that song. Okay? It's normal to have baggages because we have feelings. We have emotions. And even though you're Aquarius and everybody think you're cold as ice, you know what I mean? You are not, because, you know, you are emotional. You know, it takes people to really know you and to really understand you in order to see that and know that. But you can be emotional. So right now you are, because you are in this transition mode. But you know you have to do it because it's for your best benefit. It's for the better good of you. It's for the betterment of your spirit. Your spirit is like, we had to go. And you did that. And you on your way. You on your transition. You're moving, right? But you still got the bag lady baggage. Y'all don't know Erykah Badu, look it up. It's called bag lady. But, you know, you can change that to man if you feel any kind of way about the word lady. But it's emotional. Okay, so it still relates. Everybody got a masculine and feminine in them. Get over it. So, men out there, deal with your emotions. Yeah, you're carrying some emotional baggage. It's okay. Females, I know you got this, and some females need to know this too. Deal with your emotions. Men, it's okay. You may need to cry during this transitional phase. You may be leaving a loved one. You've been in a relationship for 20 years. But you know, oh my gosh, you know what I mean? And it's already been proven. Like, this has been well thought out, well planned. This is not a move that you just suddenly like, Some of you might have different, you know, things in your chart that will make you just get up and say, this is the day I'm done. you know. But for some people, it takes a process, and you went through the process and you made that transition. There's some out there who hasn't. You want to, you need to, you know, you really need to. You're missing out on your rite of passage. That's just like holding back a birth. Try telling a mom not to push. Oh, please. Oh, please. That's like the worst thing you can tell her when her body is, everything is saying push. Okay? There's forces that she can't even control, honey. That, well, she can. Let's not get it twisted. I am a doula. There's ways to manage, but there's no way of getting around it, is what I'm saying. For those who had babies, you know what I'm talking about. For those who had started a project and completed a project, you know what I'm talking about. Same thing, okay? Okay? Some women be like, no, it's not the pain, the pain. But just imagine you telling a mother, don't push. Or just imagine when she's trying to push, I'm sorry, you sewing her up. What? Do you realize what's about to happen right now? Okay. It's not going to be pretty. It's not. It's not. You mean it's not. You need to just call everybody in the hospital, all the doulas, the midwives, the childbirth educators. Shout out to y'all. You call it right, because it's about to go down. We need all the help we can get to repair this, to make sure this thing. That's what you're doing. You're holding back on your rite of passage. You Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Ascendants. Come on now. If you watching me at this point, you should, I don't care what religion you're in, I don't care where you live, I don't care who you are, you have already heard about your age of Aquarius. It's Aquarius, Aquarius. Your name has been spoke about so much this time. I know you just like, oh my gosh. I mean, it must feel good. But if you ain't doing nothing with the energy, it gotta suck. I'm sorry. This is like the late telling the lady, don't push when she wanna push. She don't comprehend, no comprende. I'm about to listen, okay? It's about to go down. It's a battle. So, those of you are resonating with that side, it's time for you to go into the closet, okay, dark, okay, and start to deal with these things and start to sort out, where do you want to be next year, next month, tomorrow, 20 years, 50 years from now, 70 years from now. Life's expansion is going up. Okay? And with people like me here, it's really going to go up. Okay? So, hey, we got time. So don't waste it. You know, it's kind of like we got time, but we don't got time, because the flesh, you know what I mean? But we still got time. But don't waste that time. You got the energy in your favor. Let's go. You know what I mean? It's smooth sailing once you get rid of those baggages. And this is for people who are in the transition right now, that they already made that decision to go in, and for people who haven't even started yet. The bottom line is, you got to get rid of the baggage, or you're going to miss your bus, your plane, your boat, your flight. You're going to miss it all. The opportunities, you know, you might, a whole new person. Whole new world. If you need to sing that, a whole new world, sing it. You know what I mean? That's what it's supposed to be like. You're going into something new. So yes, it's going to be scary. Yes, it's going to be uncomfortable, but get comfortable with the uncomfortable. Start thinking about the positives. Start thinking about, okay, well, we got to move, because this town is dried up, even though I grew up here. But my husband got a new job over here, and I found better schooling for my kids in the same area. I also found a good community of organized, you know, people that is like-minded, because I've been looking through social media of that place, and it just seems like there's more people like me over there. But this is where I grew up. This is where this is my parents, my nieces and nephews, my best friend. Start thinking about the positive, because you know deep down, and this is how you know deep down inside, that once you get there and settle it in, that you're going to be happy. And some of y'all might be fooling yourselves. Some of y'all might be making, how should I put it? Like, you so happy inside, but you don't want to show others. So you pretending to be depressed. Like, oh, woe is me, but you like all up inside. You know what I mean? And you can get away with that. You're Aquarius. You can definitely get away with that, because you don't want to rattle. Because sometimes you might be around sensitive people. You know, like, oh, they leaving, they gonna forget about us. You know, they don't even feel no kind of sorrow. They just like, bye. They moving on to better places. You know, because you know how people can be. I don't need to get into it. People can get into their feelings when you moving on to something. You know, even though it's hurting you, but you excited. You know, or you scared. Maybe you scared of flying. You know what I mean? But you know, in order to get on that plane, you going to Hawaii, and Hawaii has been on your dream board forever. You have to go through that transition. That's a rite of passage, right? Something simple. I'm telling you guys, everything. Anytime you get through that transition, look at it as a rite. Look at it because you already know once you get through it, and that's what keep people behind because they scared. It's like a baby scared of walking. They ain't never gonna walk. That's why babies are so innocent, and that innocence allows them to do them daring things, because if they thought like us, they'll be slithering, rolling on their bellies right now if they had all the thought process that adults have. So they got that mojo, they got that oomph. Imagine a big head, little body, little neck, well, fat thighs, should I say, little neck and big head, trying to walk. And they fall and bump and they cry and they get up and do it again. You like, really? You really? And we trying to save and protect them. What? Get some of that baby spirit, okay? Go watch a baby learn how to walk. Go watch a mom birth out a baby, okay? Go get somebody who sprung something, but they gotta finish the fourth quarter or something with a sprung leg or whatever. Go watch one of them transition stories, okay? And then you get up and do it like the next minute, because you're Aquarius. You can move down. I'll talk to y'all later, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, Ascendants. Bye. What's around Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendants? This is your reading for the new moon energy in Aquarius. And of course, you got that energy right next, right? Came right on over to you into the Pisces sign. But you got strength here. So you're taming yourself, okay? You are controlling yourself, aren't you? You're taming the beast within you. That's a good thing. For those of you who have felt out of control in the past, who have felt like, you know, you were just too aggressive or too overbearing or, excuse me, not patient, just all over the place. You have maybe did some self-studying, maybe got some professional help, maybe have, you know, watched some YouTube videos, maybe did some journaling, got some advice, whatever. You done made some changes in your life, maybe changed your diet. That way you can change, you know, pretty much everything. It's working, you know. You're learning how to tame the beast. You're learning how to put all that stamina and all that persistence and all that eagerness and aggression, and you're learning how to tame it with some kind of patience, some kind of calmness, you know, got some kind of zen-like quality to it, where you can have these desires and these animalistic, you know, natures about you or whatever that wants to come out, but you have learned or are in the process of learning how to be able to control those and direct that energy into a way that it benefits not only you but everybody else, you know, around you. You know, how to make a chaotic situation calmer, but it starts with you first, you know. And for those of you who are like, I don't feel like I have strength, you know, I feel like I'm weak, you know, I'm depleted, you know, because you have this energy where, you know, you can give to others, you know, you're helping others out and you doing things for others. And a lot of times, you know, you can get depleted just by helping other people out, even listening to people's problems like all the time. That can be very draining, you know, on all levels, you know, that can be so draining. So this is a good time to maybe step away, you know, if anything, any place, you know, anything, any person that's, you know, draining you, and to regain your strength, regain your mental clarity, regain your inner courage, your inner strength. And if you are feeling like you can't do things in life and feeling kind of sluggish, this is a good time to reevaluate why. You know, why are you feeling this way? Why do you feel like you don't want to, you know, go for it? You have the strength and the courage to do, you know, things in your life that's going to benefit you in now and in the future. You know, why are you just so like self-doubting yourself? Don't do that. You know, of course there's mountains and molehills wherever you go. Don't get frustrated because you're at a mountain point. You know, this is the time to actually show the universe, okay, I have what it takes to gain more expansion in my life and to welcome in more good things in my life, because I'm able to tame my own inner beast, my own inner animalistic desires and passions, and I'm able to tame it so well that it can do things for me. You know, you're Pisces, you guys are magical. If you align yourself, you know what I mean, things pretty much just come. You know, it's not no accident that she has infinite sign over her head. You know, that's you know, that's you, Pisces, all day. So but if you're out of whack and out of balance, and you might need help, you might need to look for professional help. Sometimes there's free help in communities. In 2022, there need to be a lot of free help. You know, sometimes you think something should be offered a lot, but it isn't, especially with the pandemic. It has really psychologically messed up a lot of people, you know, just mentally. You know, that's not even getting to the spiritual part, you know, and all physical and all that. So, you know, take that time out. You know where you at your point, and catch yourself. You know, you might be very impulsive. You know, learn how to catch yourself. If you're young watching this, it might be a little bit hard because you're still growing, you know, mentally. But for as an adult, you know, hey, you ain't got no excuse. You know what I mean? You want to learn how to catch yourself, how to catch those thoughts when you feel. How do you feel when you're about to get in that animalistic nature way, you know, way, you know, how do you tone that down? And it's going to be different for each of y'all. You just have to find what works best for you without harming yourself. You know, it has to be for the best benefit of you and others that has to be around you. Have a good day and night, Pisces, Sun, Moon, Ascendant.